In the shadow of war, on the edge of peace, lies a place where tension is as thick as the fog that rolls over the Korean demilitarized zone. Here, in August of 1976, a single poplar tree sparked one of the most extraordinary military operations of the Cold War. This is the story of Operation Paul Bunyan. The DMZ is a strip of land running across the Korean peninsula, acting as a buffer zone between North and South Korea. It's a place where every move is watched and every action is weighed. On August 18, 1976, a routine tree trimming turned deadly when two U.S. soldiers, Captain Arthur Boniface and Lieutenant Mark Barrett, were attacked and killed by North Korean forces. The incident, known as the Axe Murder Incident, escalated tensions to a boiling point. The poplar tree, located in the Joint Security Area, JSA, of the DMZ, had long been a point of contention. Its branches obstructed the view between United Nations Command, UNC, checkpoints, posing a security risk. On that fateful day, the attempt to trim the tree turned violent when North Korean soldiers armed with axes ambushed the work party. The brutal attack left the world on edge and demanded a decisive response. The United States and South Korea faced a dilemma. They needed to respond forcefully to the attack, but without provoking a full-scale war. The answer came in the form of a bold and dramatic show of strength: Operation Paul Bunyan. Just 3 days after the attack, on August 21, 1976, the operation commenced at dawn. A convoy of 23 American and South Korean vehicles rolled into the JSA, carrying 16 engineers armed with chainsaws. Their mission was clear: finish the job that had started in bloodshed and cut down the poplar tree. But this was no ordinary tree cutting. To ensure the safety of the engineers and to send a powerful message, the operation was supported by an overwhelming show of force. Over 800 troops, including special forces and armed infantry, stood ready to protect the engineers. Artillery units were positioned within firing range, and B-52 bombers flew overhead, accompanied by fighter jets. Additionally, an aircraft carrier group was stationed off the Korean coast, ready to respond if necessary. The atmosphere was tense as the engineers approached the tree. North Korean soldiers watched from a distance, their every move scrutinized. The chainsaws roared to life, and the engineers began their work. It was a race against time, with every passing second fraught with the potential for conflict. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the DMZ, U.S. and South Korean forces were on high alert, prepared for any eventuality. Psychological warfare tactics were also employed. Loudspeakers blasted messages to the North Korean troops, emphasizing the determination and readiness of the UNC forces. The message was clear: this tree would come down no matter the cost. As the engineers worked, tension mounted. North Korean soldiers began to gather, watching intently, but they did not intervene. The overwhelming show of force had the intended effect. Within 42 minutes, the tree was felled. Its stump left as a stark reminder of the operation. The poplar tree, once a point of contention, was now a symbol of resolve and deterrence. Operation Paul Bunyan was a calculated gamble, a high-stakes display designed to show strength without provoking further violence. It succeeded in its goal. The North Koreans backed down, and the peninsula stepped back from the brink of war. The boldness and precision of the operation sent a clear message to North Korea and the world: aggression would be met with unyielding resolve. The operation also served as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made by Captain Boniface and Lieutenant Barrett. In their honor, the UNC established a memorial plaque at the site of the tree, ensuring their bravery and the events of that day would never be forgotten. Today, the story of Operation Paul Bunyan is a testament to the delicate balance of power and the extraordinary lengths nations will go to defend their honor and their soldiers. It's a reminder that even in the most tense standoffs, sometimes it's the boldest actions that can restore peace. In the end, a single tree in the DMZ became a symbol of defiance and a pivotal moment in the Cold War, a moment when the axes of Paul Bunyan echoed through history. The operation stands as a powerful example of strategic deterrence, demonstrating that strength and restraint can coexist in the pursuit of peace. Operation Paul Bunyan remains a remarkable chapter in the annals of military history, a vivid illustration of how a seemingly small incident can escalate into a global standoff, and how decisive action can prevent a crisis from spiraling out of control. It is a story of courage, strategy, and the enduring quest for peace in a divided world.